I want to talk about one more, another thing though, because you've done all these different things. We've talked about, all the kind of technological contributions you've made as well. You did a film, I remember, and now you've just kind of done a forward or been part of writing this book about the early days in Chile because, obviously you were there before Ricardo and everyone else. Tell us a little bit about your book, Euphoria, a little product placement here.
There's a backhanded little note. I'm trying to be gracious. I think I was a bit of a rock star. I was invited to write the forward. So there was quite a German-Chilean connection. And when techno exploded, I made a bunch of friends. Roland Lesker at Delirium, Heiko Anata, who went on to do Robert Johnson. And I was working with a promoter from Darmstadt called Ricardo Villalobos. I didn't know the politics of all that, but then all these people decided to do a rave in the desert in November of '94 in Arica. There was an eclipse. I couldn't go because I was hosting MTV Europe with Rich Houghton, as one does, in Prague with Horst Weidmuller, who passed away from Studio K7, who was another very important person. So Ricardo's return to Chile, the first electronic party ever, was the following week. And they purposely, since I couldn't go, did a party so that Ricardo could play. And Ricardo and I played at a club called Oz. And we spoke about that. And Luciano told me Oz had these really crazy, just crazy cult from Oregon, all of the hippies who left Chile. But I was there. But basically, the scene started in '94, Ricardo's return. A young kid who reminded me was part of my entourage. A kid called Luciano was 17. He was my driver. So I never remember the first time people meet. But I love Luciano to death. And then Ricardo, and you see the rapport we have as different families, and they've become certainly leaders of the generation. And it really is the story of it's the story of 30 years of cultures. And Chile, has their own issues, like Detroit, whatever. Yeah. But they did they went on to do the largest party with Dr. Malta. They did the Love Parade that got probably the biggest outdoor event ever, 2006. They got 1 million. And so this is the celebration of all the generations.
Adam Hart was part of that whole situation too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Martin, the guy from Senor Coconut, was my principal driver. Wow. And I realized, wow, that was my driver.
Yeah, it's funny how culture is actually... mass culture is really decided by such small groups of people.
Yes.
At the end of the day, people think these huge movements and whatever it may be, like, hey, that's our book there with Bill.
We have to trade books.
But we can trade one. You can take that.
Okay.
But how so many different people think that, like, all these things that have happened are, these big movements, it really comes down to a small group of people around the world. And that thing that you said is every star, what was it?
Well, Paul Simon in Boy in the Bubble, every generation puts a star up the pop charts. But it means more than that. Every cohort will have its archetype. You'll have the Neil Youngs, the David Bowies, the Bruce Springsteens. You can almost, each person fills an archetype for a cohort based on personalities and predictive behaviors. But again, let's not go
of
there.
That time, right? Of that
yes,
time.
But each generation, you can draw the analogy from how people will gravitate from a certain group.
I think we were all, me and you were both those people that got chosen in many ways. That's a really great analogy. Yeah. But anyway, John, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming here, gracing us with so many of these great stories. It's really an honor and a dream, and just the biggest thanks for all that you've done for my career and life. And I hope that this podcast really turns a lot of kids on to so many other things and some more of your works.
Thank you.
Honestly.
A pleasure. And thank you for everyone listening and hopefully getting something out of this.
Well, amazing. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Flirting with Friendship is produced by executive producers Nikita Stanley, Jesse Rogg, Craig Pettigrew, and Seth Troxler. Seth is an EP? What is going on here? Their co-executive producer is Lee Adams. Aaron Kulik is our live production director. He's also a VFX and motion graphics supervisor. Our director of photography is Lucas Strebel. Yes, we filmed this. You can go watch it on YouTube. Which brings me to Veronica Gessa, our incredible set designer, also known as Moki Baby or Moki. Check her work out. It's really incredible. Again, watch it on YouTube. Our editor is Tyler Christie. Our sound design and original composition is by Jasper Van Dyke. Seth was our music supervisor. Wait a second. No, he's not. I'm pretty sure I was. Not sure why Seth is getting all these credits. Anyways, who else? Our camera operator is Joseph Holton, a.k.a. NYX. A lot of nicknames here. Our camera assistant is Jake. I don't know Jake's last name. Sorry about that, Jake. It's Jake Smith. Our production sound mixer is Joel Yule. And last but not least, big thank you to our team at Kizzy Music for all of our additional music, and to TV Store Paris for their help in our set design. That is it. I'm